What's up everybody, I am back again this week, and this week I'm actually not going to do a makeup look because allergies are being ridiculous. This eye just constantly is leaking, so I'm like taking both my allergy meds as well as putting in like allergy eye drops, so I'm weird, my lip just twitched. Hoping this clears up for next week so that way I can actually get back into everything, because I don't want to put anything onto my face when I'm like leaking everywhere because it's just gonna ruin the whole look. But I've got a clear bag of stuff. I've got some eyeshadow palettes and I've got my giant kit over here. And I'm just going to sit here and talk to you about my favorites and kind of why they're my favorites. If you're curious to know some of the things that I really enjoy using, you may have seen from past videos of what I use, what I tend to like. Otherwise, if you're interested in finding out what my favorite products are to use as of right now, then keep on watching. It's my... Alright, so first things first, my favorite things really to use as a moisturizer, I actually don't have it with me, it's all the way upstairs, and I'm just way too lazy to go and get it. It is my Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. It feels so good. It gives me so much moisture in my face, which, if you've seen my videos, you know I'm a dry-ass bitch. I stan her. She's a little pricey, but she's definitely worth it because literally I just put a dot here, one on my nose, one on my chin, and a dot on each of my cheeks, and that covers my whole face. 5 little dots on my face, and I'm moisturized. It's beautiful. For foundation, my favorite one is the Hydrate and Smooth Fit Me foundation by Maybelline. You know this is not my shade, so I tend to mix it with the Becca, which is too light for me. These two together create such a full coverage, hydrating looking foundation and finish, and it's such a nice pairing. Drugstore with like high quality mixed together makes it so nice. This is super full coverage. This one I don't think is that full coverage. I don't know, it doesn't say, but it is nice. I have 2 favorite primers. One being my go-to is the Milk Hydro Grip primer. This clings your foundation on. It feels good, it smells good, it feels refreshing, it does the job nicely, it's great. And then we have the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. I like this, it feels nice, it smells nice, it blurs, it's nice. It's a really good feeling. So in like the T-zone, wonderful. For setting powder, my go-to favorite one is the Ciate Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. It smells amazing, it is blurring, it sets everything, it's super nice. I love it. It's super finely milled. I can't get enough of this powder. Concealer wise, I have 2 favorite concealers for now. One being the 16-Hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. in the shade Light Peach. This one, it is lighter than my skin tone, but it's closer to my skin tone than the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Pale. This one is super white, but I love how brightening it makes my face, and it's super full coverage, so I really enjoy that as well. Go-to bronzer is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Love her so much. She is great. She smells amazeballs, and I never use the little squidgy that it comes with because no, but I find this warms up my face perfectly. It's super nice, it goes on nicely, it blends really nicely, everything about it is just yes. I flip-flop between these 2 blushes. The first blush that I use is from Wander Beauty in the Trip for 2 blush and bronzer duo. This one, it's called shade Bellini. It's very subtle, it's buildable, it's really nice. I thoroughly enjoy this. The other one that I really like is from ColourPop. It's in the Sailor Moon collection. This is the shade From the Moon, and you've seen me use it in past videos before. It looks like this. It's super pink. A little bit goes a long way. Trust me when I say tap off that excess, because it is very pigmented, but it is very nice. As for my highlighters lately, I've been using the Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro palette. It's got 6 shades. Literally, there's only 1 shade that I don't use, which is Statuesque, and that's this one down here. That's just too dark for me. You can use it as an eyeshadow, which is great, but my go-to ones are either Cold Shoulder, Gold Breaker, or sometimes Freeze Tag. Actually, even Frozen Fruit. Those are my go-to 4 that I use, and I will dip into Cocky every now and then when I'm feeling a little more tanned moment. Otherwise, it's those 4 that I use. They're all super blinding. They're all super great. They all blend out really well. It's just a super, super nice formula. So soft. Just everything about it is just yes. As for eyebrows, I don't have anything that's like super great. Let's move on to eyeshadows. Conspiracy theory. If you don't know this was a Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson collaboration that they made last year. What it looks like, with little claspies. Okay, I don't think I've ever used this on my channel yet. I do want to. I have used it one time. The color story is everything. That is one of the reasons why I thoroughly enjoy this palette, along the reasons because it's Jeffree Star as well, and Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson is literally the person who made me want to start doing YouTube. Jeffree Star is the person who got me into doing makeup videos. So they will always hold like a special place in my heart, no matter what drama surrounds them. I'm always going to support them. You don't like them and you don't like me supporting them, you know where the unsubscribe button is. You can leave because I don't want any negativity on my channel. Okay, this is very neutral row. Super great, super nice. This is more of a playful row. Cool, fun, and you know, experimental. This is more of a let's go out to a nice dinner row down here. It's perfect. You can literally mix and match them all. If you want to do neutral with like a pop of color from any of these 2 rows, fantastic as well. I want to try and create, I'm gonna do a future video with this palette and create 2 different looks, one being a very neutral eye, maybe with like a pop of color, and then one being a super fun, colorful eye as well. I also can't wait to see what Jeffree Star comes out with later this month, because he's coming out with some new collection this month, and I'm hella excited. So I'm just hoping, you know, that I have the money for it, because I want it. So that's number 1. Number 2 that I really like is the Jawbreaker palette. This one got me so excited when it was coming out for the summer, I think 2 years ago, and just like, do you see this color story? This is everything, okay? All the pastels in here are beautiful. You have so many colors that you can mix and match. You got a few neutral shades in here. They're so nice. I love it. Everything is super soft. The shimmers are like hella buttery. It's everything. And I can't go on liking Jawbreaker without as well putting in its darker half, the cremated palette, which if you didn't see my video, I will link it up there so that way you can check it out. But this one is like a super gothic, fun fantasy moment, and it's literally the reverse of Jawbreaker. It is so dark, so smoky, everything is super neutral, super gray, black, white. It's just grayscale moment, and I'm living for it. So if you want to create your super dark, like smoky eye, this is the palette for you, 100%. 3 other palettes. My first palette that I ever owned, because at the time it was the only one that I also could afford, but this one will also always hold a special place in my heart because it is the first one that I ever owned. The James Charles Artistry palette. It is giant. I will never get the small one because to me, while it's smaller and has the mirror and it's super travel size, I don't like the size of the pans because like the big ones in the middle and the small one are like this size, and then these ones are like even smaller where you can like just get your brush in, and I don't like that. This, love, absolutely love, will forever always love. And when I'm done with this palette, I will definitely be getting another one. I love how many colors are in it. I love how many looks you can create with this. A lot of the looks you can create are definitely neutral, and you can always use like, literally the top like 3 rows are all very neutral. Even though there are reds and oranges in them, you can still use those as like the pop of color in your neutral looks. And it's everything and more, and it works for every single person. Another one who's surrounded by drama. I've had James and Jeffree and Shane, now Jacqueline. Jackie's palette. Can I call you Jackie? Gonna do it anyways. Jackie's palette here. Love. Okay? I saw the picture of this palette and I fell in love instantly. But look at how super neutral this is, okay? This is such a nice palette for everybody. The colors are so pigmented in this. It is no longer a vegan formula, which is very unfortunate. Not that I have a problem with that really, but I know lots of people do. So this one and her volume 2 are actually not vegan anymore, but the color payoff is still right up there as it used to be, and it's just, this is everything. And I did end up using this in a past tutorial as well on my channel, so I will link it up there as well if you want to check it out. Finally, my last palette that I'm absolutely in love with, and you know what? I think I actually like this one way more than even the Jeffree stuff that I own. Don't get me wrong, Jeffree's quality is like, this one, I don't know what it is about it. I'm just absolutely in love with it. This is the Selena Spooky Boo palette. Again, I've done a tutorial on this, how to use it. I created such a nice, almost like Coachella hipstery kind of look with it. And it turned out so nice, so beautiful. All the colors blended beautifully together. And just like, I mean, come on, look at this. Do you see this? This is everything. Ectoplasm is just great. Selena, honestly, actually no, Weirdo. Weirdo, I think is my absolute favorite shade. It's super neutral, super matte. It's, yes, and then Ghost, I didn't even use a setting spray in my video on this. I don't even think I used my finger. I think I just went in with like a dense brush, dry, dense brush on Ghost, and put that in the inner corner. Blind, when I tell you blinding, blinding, okay? So nice. I don't think she's making any more of these. I do kind of hope she does eventually, again, make this palette, because if you didn't get your hands on it, you are seriously, seriously missing out. All right, onto the clear bag of goodies. Start with the eyes. Eyeliners. For my black eyeliner, my favorite one is by Bon Bell Eye Define in the shade Slate. It's black. That's it. It's black. I usually use the Annabelle Cole ones in my videos. I actually always forget about this one, but this one is a slight bit darker. Speaking of Annabelle Cole though, we have this one in the shade White. Again, it's just a white. It's just white, that's all. It's nice, it goes on super smooth. Couple times over, pigmented the house. As for eyelashes, Benefit Roller Lash. Got this because of Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star approved it. This is really nice. It spreads those lashes out. It coats them beautifully. That's the little thing right there, the applicator. It's really nice. It goes on really nice, and your eyelashes look bomb. However, my one that I like even more than that, like that's a favorite. This one is my all-time favorite. The Milk Kush Mascara. This, when I tell you it coats, it coats, it spreads, it plumps, it just makes your eyes so full, and it's so pretty, okay? So if you don't have this, get it now. Lip liner, my favorite one. I only have two. I have the Unicorn Blood and this one, which is Androgyny. I like Androgyny more because it is a neutral shade, but it's like, look at that color. And that was like one swipe, and then it came up pigmented. Second swipe just to make it even more, which I don't really think it did. Like here, I'll do one swipe. So the one on this side is two swipes, that's one swipe. They're like the exact same. So yes, and these are eye safe, so you can use them as eyeliner as well, right in your waterline, so sweet. Lipsticks, I basically chose one color from all of the colors that I basically own. So my favorite red, I've got two reds actually here. My favorite red is from the Shane and Jeffree collection, which comes in this little piggy. It is the Are You Filming shade that he created with Andrew. This one, it's like the truest true red. It's even more red than the red in the Christmas collection, which I believe is called Ho Ho Ho. But this one is just, it's perfect red. And then this shade of red, this was the very first Jeffree Star lipstick that I ever bought, ever in my life. It's super shimmer, it's super just like, look at that. Oh, this is the shade Poinsettia. I really never know how to pronounce it. Poinsettia, I believe. Poinsettia. It's a weird word now that I'm saying it too many times. Anyways, great shade. Definitely super holiday, festive feel to it. Super nice. My favorite orange shade is the only orange shade that I own, and I saw it and I had to get it. It's shade Flamethrower. This is just, I mean, come on. How can you not like that? That is just, that's everything beach. I don't own a yellow. Does Jeffree Star even have yellow lipstick, if not Jeffree, not that you're watching this, but if by the off chance that you do, you need a yellow liquid lip, unless it's part of your collection that's coming out this month. Prediction, mark it down, set it here first, yellow. As for my greens, I have the shade Mistletoe, which is in the 5-year collection. This is his Christmas one that he created like 5 years ago and then re-released again. But it's like, it's so, look at that green. Ah. I've got 2 blues here that are beyond fantastic. My all-time favorite one is the Breakfast at Tiffany's shade. And yeah, this smells like root beer. And it's super, super, super nice. Love, love, love. The other one that I have is Blue Velvet. This one, oh, also root beer scented. It's really, really nice. Like, look at those two together. You could even easily put Blue Velvet on and then dab over Breakfast at Tiffany's kind of like in the center to make that more pouty look. That I think would look fantastic. I also have Diet Freeze in the gloss, which if you put that over top of that look, bomb. As for my purples, Triggered is like a super, super, super dark kind of purple, like a brownie purple. It's nice, it is nice. It's very gothic feeling. So if you put this down and then put like a pink on top right in the center, or if you put like even a lighter purple, like even Purple Urkel or like Diamond, I think that would look really nice as well. Or even this with like a purpley type of gloss, like Iridescent Throne, for example, would look really nice. My kind of like grayish color that I really like is Triggered, which I used in that cremated tutorial. And it looks like that one up here. That's nice, it's shimmery, it's fun. Drug Lord is the white. This also came in the 5-year Christmas collection. This is super pigmented, super white. It's fun, it's nice. I've got like 3 pinks here that I enjoy. I've got Ryland, which is part of the Shane collection. I've got shade Strawberry Crush, and I have the shade Romeo. All 3 of these are so nice. I'm gonna put them on the back of my hand now. So this is shade Romeo, which is wow. Strawberry Crush, this was part of his Jawbreaker collection that he did. This is more of like a reddy, corally type of, oh, that jumped up at me and attacked. That's fun. A red coral kind of pink, which is really nice. And then Ryland is very much a almost sheer metallic baby pink. And that's what that one looks like right there. Again, super, super nice, wonderful, love them all. Final ones in the liquid lipsticks here, they're the 3 favorite nudes that I own. So one of them is Celebrity Skin. This is just a very super neutral shade right there like that. Also root beer smelling, so nice. This one, Because I Am the Sign, this is shade Gemini, again also root beer. This one is a darker shade, but it also has more of a pink undertone to it. It's really nice. All of these go on so beautifully. This one, because it's a one-time ever shade, and I'm so happy that I managed to get it. This is the shade Question Mark. This is a super neutral, super pink neutral shade right here. Anyone can wear this, no matter what your skin color is, and you will look flawless wearing this. Now, my 2 favorite lip ammos, one being from Shane Dawson and one being from Jeffree Star in his summer collection. So the one from Shane Dawson, it's literally just a chapstick. Like, that's it. Clear, it's nothing. It's literally diet root beer, scented, flavored chapstick. Love it. This, however, this one is an actual lipstick. It's blue, it's fun. This is called Jawbreaker. Now, you're gonna be like, oh my god, whoa, why do you ever want that? This is not like the typical lip ammos that he has. This one is definitely way more sheer than everything else. It's more of like a lip topper, and like I'm going over even a few times, but like if you look, it's not super blue. Like there's not a whole lot of pigment in it, and that's what I like about it. It is very much more of a lip topper, and I think it is great. Finally, to end off my favorites, my glosses. I've got 4 favorite glosses here. 2 of them are kind of similar, but they also are different. So the first one is the shade Ice Cold. It is like a clear white color with reflex in it, pink and like purpley colored reflex. It's really nice. If you look here, look at that. Look at that right there. They all smell like creme brulee. It's just right here. Oh, it's so great. Love, 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 love. They feel nice. They're not sticky. They're not tacky. The next one that I like is called Heaven's Gate. This was from his cremated collection. I actually don't think I used this in my video, which is really weird to me because I thought I would have. Very clear as well. It has some silvery reflex in it. It's so nice. Again, also smells just like creme brulee. It is so yummy, super glitter, super nice, super fun. This one is Shane Dawson collection. It's called Shane Glossin. It's perfectly clear. Nothing else added to it. If you look, just it goes on clear. This one is, I find, a thicker formula than everything else that he owns, but it's not like bothersome. It feels nice still, and it smells like Diet Root Beer. This is the only one that, well, he has got another one, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but this was the first one that they made that smelled completely different from the rest of the glosses because they all smell like creme brulee. This was the first one that they changed the scent of, and this is Diet Root Beer. Super clear, so if you don't want any like sparkle or pigment in them or anything like that, you get that one. It's just clear. This one is also my other favorite. This is the Slime Glossin, and it, as you see, it's green. It's the color of like slime, like Nickelodeon slime. This one is actually Sprite flavored, so you just mix it up a little bit, you get it out like, now, it's not like exactly like Sprite. It's like chemical Sprite. But if you look, it doesn't even go on as green. It just has a green pigment. It's very, 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 very subtle. Like, I can barely see the green. Again, super just clear. Nothing else really added to it except for that green color. This one is way more, I find this one the best formula because it's super slippery everywhere. No stickiness to it whatsoever. If I'm going to compare stickiness, I would say the Shane Glossin one is probably the stickiest out of them all. This one is the slipperiest, and I really, really enjoy this formula a lot. So if you enjoyed watching me talk about my favorites and would like to see maybe a future one when I get some new products and find out which one, if anything changes, hit that like button. I won't do like a huge video again talking about like everything, but like more like, oh, I talked about this being my favorite, but now it's gonna be this instead, and it's replacing it. So it'll be like an even shorter video, but if like this kind of stuff interests you, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button so that way I know that you actually enjoyed watching my videos. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so that way you know when I post a brand new video. I will see you all next week. Bye, friendships.